we would have the best quarterback in 13 out of 16 games next year. It ain't even close. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Ron, Cowboys Fan Talk. Right back like I never left. Happy Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? Had to pour myself a little drink. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the Saturday evening kickback with CFT. You know what I mean? Look, I just had to jump in here and chop it up with y'all. A couple things was on my mind during Dak Watch. You know, it's Dakathon 2021. We waiting for the 9th. We got, 3 days left? You know, and before he gets signed, I just want to come here and talk to y'all about how I feel about next year's schedule. Also, got something else I want to touch on about what Jane Slater said about the coaches and the GMs feeling on Dak Prescott and what he should be paid. But before I get to that, I want to talk about the schedule, man, and how signing Dak Prescott pretty much guarantees us a trip to the playoffs over the next, at least 3 to 4 years. And if you hear me out, we would have a substantial difference between our quarterback and whatever the other three in the division are putting out. But next year specifically, man, I'm looking at the schedule, man. You're talking about 13 out of 16 games where we have the best quarterback on the field. Hands down, I don't want any argument. Y'all can't fool me and tell me otherwise. You know, now there's 3 games that you can give me an argument when we play Brady and the Bucks. If we play Drew Brees and the Saints, I'll listen to it, although Dak's beaten him before. And when we play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, I'll hear y'all. You know, y'all can run your argument. But the divisional games, Daniel Jones, Taylor Heineke, and Jalen Hurts, I'm not even going to listen to anybody trying to tell me otherwise. Jalen Hurts is decent. He does his best rendition of Dak Light, but he's still not even close. Can't hold his cleats. Let it go. Daniel Jones is trash. And Taylor Heineke used to play in the XFL, so shut up. I'm not trying to hear it. You can go Kyler Murray if you're trying to force it, but I'm not trying to hear it. I know people was talking about, Kyler Murray had an AC joint injury last year. I don't want to hear that, because when Dak had an AC joint injury the year before when we played the Eagles, everybody act like that injury didn't exist. So the injury that Kyler had last year must not have existed, and he was trash. Period. Because when Dak had one and they went 8-8, I ain't hear no excuse. So I want to hear no excuses for Kyler Murray, whatever. And then you go through the Drew Locks and the possible, Matt Ryan, Teddy Bridgewater, Kirk Cousins. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule, man, even Justin Herbert, and I think Herbert's a beast. But 13 out of 16 games, we would have the best quarterback on the field, bar none. And even if it don't go like it sounds, we at least be 11-5. At least 11-5. So I don't understand what the holdup is. And then going forward, even if they put quarterbacks in those places in the division, it's going to take a while to catch up. It's not even close. It's just not even close. Looking at the schedule, man, I don't understand what the holdup is. I would pay for that if I was the Cowboys, because even by the time the division catches up, Dak's contract will be back up. If you don't like him, then move on. I don't think that would happen, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. So that's what I was thinking, man. Looking at the schedule, it ain't even like a question. I would pay the $40 million just to have that secured for the next 3 to 4 years. You would have the division locked up. Who's the competition? Anyway, Jane Slater yesterday. You know what? Before I get into that, I'm going to let y'all listen to Jane Slater.
GMs, coaches, guys making the decision across the league, and not in the NFC. Let's talk other divisions. I was actually shocked at some of the feedback that I got, guys. They consider him more in the echelon of the top 6 to 10 quarterbacks. They don't think that he should be getting paid an APY close to Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. And the argument for that is he's 1-2 in the postseason. Yes, he's got an incredible win and loss record with the Dallas Cowboys, but it really is the lack of postseason success that leads a lot of them to feel this way. So I thought that that was an interesting point. Now, it was brought up to me, of course, if he hits the open market, there is going to be a buyer. We saw that with the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. We, of course, saw that with the Texans and Brock Osweiler.
Y'all heard what Jane said. Like, so I got two modes of thoughts of this, man. One, I feel like GMs are trying to Jedi mind trick the Cowboys. They want Dak to hit the market so they can scoop him up. When you got the Drew Locks of the world, the Sam Darnolds, like Kirk Cousins out here, like it's a lot of bum-ass quarterbacks in this league making bread and having starting roles. Mitch Trubisky just started for like 3 years. If you think the Bears ain't waiting, the Steelers is like, all right, Ben. You think when Ben retired, the Steelers ain't waiting? Houston don't got... Deshaun Watson's not shooting up for them no more. They would throw a bag at Dak next year if they lost Deshaun. Like, the GM, I'm calling bullshit. They lying. They're lying. They want Dak to hit the market. They trying to Jedi mind trick Steven and them. They want to hit the market. But I got a question for y'all. Dak versus Deshaun Watson. What is the big deal? What's the difference? I challenge y'all. I thought about this hard. What is the eye test of Deshaun Watson that's making people think that Dak Prescott can't do what he's done? They both were 1-2 in the playoffs. Scratch that. Dak has led a number one offense. Deshaun Watson led the league in passing yards. Dak already reached pretty much that milestone too. He threw for 4,900 yards. So they threw for about the same yards. Just the year that Deshaun did it, he led the league in passing. Dak led a number one offense. You want to talk weapons? Dak has more weapons. Dak has a top receiving core. That's false. That is false. Top 20 receivers from last year. Amari Cooper is ranked 18th. 18th. And I love our receivers. I think that CeeDee Lamb's going to be a top 5 receiver one day. I think Amari Cooper has top 5 talent and is underappreciated. I think Michael Gallup's underappreciated, but that's not a top 5 receiving core. It's just not. We have no, if it was, we would have at least one receiver in the top 5, and we don't. But Deshaun Watson had DeAndre Hopkins. Like, what do people be? Deshaun Watson had an amazing play to win a playoff game. Dak Prescott had an amazing play to win a playoff game. What am I missing? There's not a throw you can point to like, okay, Dak can't make that throw that Deshaun has made. Dak has made all kinds of incredible throws. So has Deshaun. Tomato, tomato. I don't get it. Can't nobody in the comments, can't nobody point out a definitive reason why Deshaun Watson is considered elite and Dak Prescott is considered just okay. It's mind-boggling to me, the way people treat Dak Prescott. It's mind-boggling. And these same GMs and owners, or GMs and coaches, I'm sorry, not owners, that came out and was talking about, or like when I hear the pundits all week talk about how Deshaun is elite, but Dak just needs to get there. I'm just wondering, what are they talking about? And everybody likes to lean on the eye test. Well, if it's the eye test, you guys post links, post a link to a play, just show me the difference, because the stats are damn near identical. Winning record, Dak has that regular season. Playoff record is identical. But playoff play, Dak is leaps and bounds. Dak's 3 playoff games crushed Deshaun Watson's 3 playoff games. So what is the difference? Somebody please enlighten me, because maybe I'm bugged out. I do not see it. All these owners and GMs that want Dallas to just throw Dak to the wayside, they want to scoop him up. I hope Jerry Jones and Steven are stupid enough to let that happen, but it's all a ploy, man. It's all a ploy, and I hope they're smart enough to see it. It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk. Saturday evening, kickback, CFT. I'll holla at y'all.